Good morning, morning. Okay, we are all set up, ready to go. Sorry for the delay. Well, would love to hear on this Friday if you want to post in the comments or chat. Would love to just check in on how you're doing. More specifically, I'd love to know, what are you maybe working to release in your practice today? Of course, like we can think about releasing something physically, like tension in the hips or tension in part of our body. But I'm also just curious to think about what we're wanting to release today, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually as well. And one thing I'm working on releasing is the little voice that is like, you can do that later, which I've appreciated this week, trying to tackle some things that I've been putting off. So, yeah, I'm releasing maybe procrastination or releasing putting things off. That moment where you say, like, oh, this will get done another time. Yeah. So, uh, we are the Glitter Goddess Collective, and because we are practicing online, just a friendly reminder, we can't see you, so listen to your body. And this means that you can feel free to pause the video or do your own thing or go off script. And feel free to send us a message if you want some advice to modify a particular pose to make it feel better and more supportive for you. I would always avoid anything that feels like a snap, a pinch, or a pop. And please drink water and stay hydrated. Of course, our intention in hopping online for community virtual yoga is to breathe and decolonize our bodies in community, most importantly. And then also, we're raising funds for queer, trans, POC families who are especially affected by this global crisis. So you can shoot us a Venmo at the Glitter Goddesses, or just shoot us a message, and we can figure out donations in whatever way it makes sense for you. We appreciate the support. I think we've now been able to put $7,000 in the pockets of queer, trans, POC families who have been laid off, who need prescription refills, who are running low on groceries and waiting for food stamps. So your support is much appreciated. And we're really glad that you're here practicing with us. So, like I said, today is the release flow. Let's get started. And actually, I'm going to add one more thing that we can use. If you have a blanket, that would be awesome. I always like having a blanket. And then the other thing I'll say is, if you have a yoga strap or a belt that you might wear, or even just a long piece of fabric like a sheet, I do want to use that for something today. So grab a strap, and if you don't have a strap with you right now, just pause the video, grab it, take your time, and come back, and we'll be right where you left off. Cool. So okay, let's find a comfortable seat. Lengthening the spine, maybe wiggling the hips just a bit, shoulders open, chest open. Let's slow the breath down for a few moments. With every inhale, we can kind of feel this invisible string pulling the top back of our head nice and tall, feeling the length in the top back of the neck and spine. Our spine actually connects here in the back. So when we think of tall, we want to think of lifting from the top back. Relax the chin, relax the jaw. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale, let the elbows feel heavy, let the shoulders feel heavy. Slowing the breath down, long inhales, slow, controlled exhales. Breathing in what we need in this moment, and breathing out to release in this moment. On your next inhale, breathing in what we need to get through today. And breathing out to release what we want to release today. A few more long, slow, deep breaths. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Let's roll those shoulders open the chest, open the throat. Fingertips to shoulders, drawing big circles with the elbows. Gently tossing the head back as we open and lengthen the arms, full circumductions, leading with the pinky. And inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Okay, very nice. Let's flip the wrists, fingers pointing down, pressing the palms down. Releasing some tension here in the forearms and the wrists, especially from all of the typing and texting we're doing in this virtual world. I also recommend giving some topical heat to this forearm. Switching sides when you're ready. Clench the fists, roll the wrists. Changing the direction of our circles. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. And planting the left hand on the floor, right arm reaches up and over. Stretching the whole right side. Press the right hip towards the floor. As we lengthen in the obliques, reach the fingertips up and over. Inhale, lengthen, expand. Exhale, deepen, release, slower. Tilting the chest towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Inhale, expand. Exhale, deepen. Pushing up and over to the other side. Inhale, lengthen, expand. Tilting the chest towards the ceiling. Press the left hip down. Exhale, deepen, release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Gently pressing up back to center. Let's bring the left hand across the body for a seated twist. Right fingertips behind us. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turning the chin to the right. Deepen this twist. Inhale, expand in the torso. Make space. And exhale, deepen, release. Take up that space in this twist. And reaching the arms up and over when you're ready. Inhale, lengthen, expand in the torso. Exhale, deepen, release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Turning the chin to the left. Back to center when you're ready. Okay. So, reaching the left fingertips away and down towards the floor. We really want to feel that left arm constantly reaching so that we can feel this left shoulder working and engaged. Right arm can come up and over, grabbing onto the side of the head. Just let the right elbow fall heavy to the right side. Maybe we flex this left wrist for some more tension release in the wrist and forearms, and really to just engage and protect the left shoulder and neck. Turning towards the right armpit, grabbing the top back of the head. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. And to the other side. Reaching the right fingertips down towards the floor and away from you as the left arm comes up and over. Left elbow falls heavy, maybe flexing this right wrist to deepen the release and engagement and safety in the right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Turning towards the left armpit, grabbing the top back of the head. Inhale, lengthen. Maybe flexing that right wrist a bit more. Exhale, release. And after your next exhale, gently come out. And we can just very slowly, gently roll the neck. Turning from side to side, looking up and down. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Exhale, release. Okay, so inhale, let's clasp the hands together. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bring the hands down, press the hands forward as we round the back, reaching almost like we're pressing every part of the back behind us. Inhale, reach up, lengthen, maybe even arching the back, opening the shoulders. Exhale, press the palms forward, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale up, arching the back, almost tilting the pelvis forward. Exhale, press the palms forward, tuck the hips under, round the spine. Press the shoulders back in the back body. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, press. And release, coming back to center. All right, take a sip of water if you have, and we'll meet standing up. Okay, so let's stand in parallel with the heels stacked under the hips, knees slightly bent, hips relaxed, shoulders open, palms facing front. And let's just check in with the base of our feet, checking in with all the edges of the feet. I know I tend to press the outer edges of my feet, so I'm making sure to press the inner edges of my feet down. Really intentionally. Inhale, lengthen nice and tall. Exhale, release, shoulders heavy and open. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinging at the hips, press the heels down. Let's shake the head no here. Nod the head yes. Inhale, flat back, pressing on the shins or the thighs, trying to make that back nice and flat. Again, tucking the chin to reach the top back of the head forward, reach the hips back. And on the next exhale, go ahead and lower down, bend the knees. Inhale to bend the knees even more. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, pressing all the edges of the feet down here. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, roll up. Shoulders open, chest open. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up, bring Shavasana. Exhale, press the heels down, hinging forward. Inhale, flat back. Bend the knees, plant the hands, hop, walk, or step into your plank. Inhale here. Feel free to drop the knees or lower to the forearms. Exhale, lowering down all the way to the floor so that we can rest the right ear on the floor. Goal post the arms, making right angles with both elbows. And we can slide the left hand down to press the left hand into the floor and roll the left leg into our backspace. So what we're doing here in this twist is pressing the right shoulder into the floor. The right ear is pressing into the floor, the right shoulder is pressing into the floor, the right elbow, all of the right knuckles of the hand pressing into the floor. And this is an important release for the inside of our right shoulder especially, and the outside of our right chest muscle. Get experimental with that left leg. You can bend it, you can straighten. Few more deep breaths here. And when you're ready, roll it to the other side, back to center. We'll bring the left ear down. Goal posting the arms once more. Slide the right hand down. Roll the right leg into your backspace. The left shoulder is pressing down. Left elbow, all of your left fingers pressing down. Right leg can be straight. You could bend it. You could plant it. Pressing that right hip forward. Coming back to center. Drawing the hands close to the chest. Reach the shoulders back. Reach the elbows back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Pressing into the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Shoulders down and elbows close to the body. Do whatever feels comfortable here. I like to wiggle the hips for some extra release in the hips and lower back. Just be mindful not to sink into the shoulders like this. You really want to press and strengthen in the shoulders here. And exhale, lower down. And pressing the hands into the floor, reaching the hips up and back for a downward dog. And let's have this first downward dog with super bent knees, feet parallel, all of your fingers, all of your knuckles pressing into the floor, especially the base of your thumb joint. Shoulders in their sockets. Feel your shoulder blades press away from each other to strengthen the shoulders here. Lifting the hips up and back. We're keeping these knee bends to maximize the length in our spine. We can start to walk out the heels. Alternating heels on the floor, alternating bended knees. And shifting the weight to the left heel. Lift the right leg up. And reach the right knee forward. Gently planting the right foot. Stocking right knee directly over the right ankle. Feel free to drop this back knee on a blanket or on your mat. And we're going to hang out here in this lunge just for a moment, really making sure that the knee is stacked right on top of the ankle. The back knee can be planted or lifted. And let's go ahead and lower that back knee if you haven't already. Lengthening the front leg, flex the right ankle foot toes. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Keep reaching that right hip up and back. Maybe giving some topical heat to our hamstring, to the backs of our legs, rubbing it out. And gliding forward, lifting that back knee if you haven't already, and dropping the back heel, pressing both feet into the floor to reach up, opening the hips for warrior two, keeping this right knee stacked right on top of the front ankle. And I'm also going to press the outer edge of my back foot down. So I'm really pressing my left pinky toes down, pressing both feet down, lengthen the wingspan, reach the fingertips as far as you can, shoulders relaxed. Flip the front palm, reaching forward, reaching up and back, breathing into the right side. Feel that release in the right oblique and the right hip flexor. And reaching up and over, breathing into the left side. Feel the length in the left side. From the left pinky toes, pressing into the floor, to the left fingertips, reaching up into the sky. Coming back to center. And let's go ahead and cartwheel the hands down. To frame the front foot, lift the back heel. Gently lowering this back knee. And this time, we're going to heel toe the right foot so that the right toes hang off of the right side of your yoga mat. So your right foot's now kind of angled out. And we're going to let the hips kind of sink forward. I'm planting my hands. This right knee can flop out for lizard as I let the hips just sink heavy. We can stay right here. You can lower to the forearms. You can keep your knee resting, or you can lift the knee for a little bit deeper of a release in the hip flexors. Pressing the inner edge of the right foot down into the floor. And when you're ready, coming back to center, coming back to this lunge, this time bringing the right foot back to meet the left, finding your plank, whether we have the knees down or forearms down. All of these planks are great. Just trying to keep our hips in line with the rest of our body, not lifting too much or lowering too much. And on the next exhale, we can lower down. Chaturanga, we can go into an upward dog or a cobra. Remember to keep the shoulders down. Remember to keep the elbows bent and close to the body. And when you're ready, we can press up and back for downward dog once more. Pressing all the knuckles into the floor, feet parallel, shoulder blades widen across the width of your upper back. Hips reach up and back, tilting the pelvis, flare your outer hips open. Feel free to bend the knees if you want to focus on lengthening the spine. And if your legs are straight, we can press the heels down into the floor. Shifting the weight to the right foot, floating the left leg up. And drawing the left knee forward, planting the left foot. Stacking left knee right on top of left ankle. Breathing here for this lunge. Feel free to lower the back knee to the floor. And if you haven't already, go ahead and gently lower the back knee, lengthening the front leg. Flex the left ankle foot toes. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, reach the chest forward and fold. Breathing deeply here. Keep reaching this left hip up and back. Maybe bring some topical heat to the left hamstring. Rolling forward. Tucking the back toes, lift the back knee, breathe into this lunge for a moment, and gently drop the back heel, pressing both feet into the floor, open up. Go ahead and open the hips, keeping the front knee stacked and bent, right on top of the left ankle, pressing the outer edge of the right foot down. Fingertips stretch, reach, shoulders relax. Torso tall, shoulders stacked on top of the hips. Keep that left knee bent, flipping the front palm, reach forward, reach up and back. Breathe to the left side, lengthen in the left side, pressing both feet into the floor, and reaching up and over. Breathing into the right side, lengthen the spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. And coming back to center. Both fingertips stretch, reach, keep that left knee bent. And cartwheel the hands down, framing the front foot. Lift the back heel. Breathe into this lunge for a moment. And go ahead and drop that back knee gently if you haven't already. Let's heel toe the left foot so that the left toes are hanging off of the left side of our mat. Our left foot's kind of angled out. We can let this left knee flop out just a bit. Just make sure the inside of your left foot is still pressing down. We can stay right here. We can lower to the forearms, or we can lift this back knee. Any variation of this is great. Breathing deeply, this release in the hips on the right and left side. Pressing into the floor. Bringing this left foot back to meet the right. Finding your plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, lift the hips. Downward dog. Feel free to take a child's pose here if you prefer. If we are in downward dog, all of our knuckles pressing down, shoulders in their sockets, shoulder blades widen, reach the hips up and back. Knees can be bent or stretched long with the heels pressing down. Gazing forward, tiptoe, hop, walk, or step forward into a forward fold. Pressing all the edges of the feet into the floor. Bending the knees, roll up. Fingertips reaching towards the floor. Open the shoulders. Open the chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, deep breath, expand. Exhale, release. Shoulders open, chest open, heart open. A few more breaths here at your own pace. As we breathe here, I'll invite us to feel the connection of our feet into the earth, grounded and rooted in the earth, all edges of the feet pressing down. What if your feet were rooted? What if we could feel that connection deeper than the floor, deeper than the earth, deeper than the first layer of soil? Feeling our roots reach down deep into the earth's core. Slowing the breath down here. Long inhales, slow, controlled exhales. Inhale, arms up once more. And exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, gently release, shake it out. And let's move to the floor. Have a seat towards the back of your mat or wherever is comfy for you. And let's stretch the left leg long, pressing the right foot to the inside of the left thigh, just making a figure four. And I'm going to try to angle myself well because my hips are pressing forward and I want to keep this left foot in line with my hips. So I want to try to keep my hips neutral as I walk the hands down the left leg, finding a spot where both hands can reach. Now is a good time if you want to use that handy strap. If you didn't grab a strap, just pause the video, run and grab a belt, a blanket, or even a long sock that we could use. And we can wrap this around the top of the foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Feel the head reach away from the pelvis. Exhale, lower. Reaching the chest down. Okay, so use the strap. Here in this fold, we can also press the left knee down, pressing the back of the left leg into the floor, really using the strength of our hips and our hamstrings and our quads to press down. This is just going to deepen our release, using our strength to release tension, using our strength to build healthy mobility and flexibility. Deep breaths here. And walking the hands in, roll up. Reaching the left arm across the body, grab onto the right knee. Right arm comes up and over. Reaching the right fingertips in the same direction as the right foot. Tilting the chest up towards the ceiling. Inhale, expand. Exhale, release. Deepen. Really pressing that right hip down, breathing into the right obliques, breathing into the right side body, expand. On the inhale, exhale deep and release. Reaching up and back, switching sides. Again, if you have your strap handy, this is a great tool to use to wrap around this right foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine, reach the head away from the hips. Exhale, release, head heavy. Pressing the right hamstring down, press the right knee down. Really feel the right leg pressing into the earth. Using our strength to release tension. There's a powerful metaphor there, I think, for engaging with our strengths to release tension, frankly, but to release in general and to deepen who we are, to deepen our capacity, leaning into our strengths and kind of always remembering that they're there for us. And rolling up when you're ready. Right arm can reach across the body to the left knee. Left arm reaches up and over. Inhale, lengthen, expand. Exhale, deepen this twist. Chest tilting up towards the sky. Left shoulder searching into the back space. Pressing the left hip down towards the floor. And even reaching that left hip into the back left corner. Reaching the left arm up and back. Drawing the feet in towards each other. Pressing the bottoms of the feet into each other. Open the knees, open the hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine, shoulders back. Exhale, reach the chest forward. Wherever we can, trying to keep the spine long. As if the chest is just going to be the first thing to touch the floor. Deep breaths. Feeling your hips expand and inflate on the inhale. Exhale, feel the hips just melt heavy into the floor. Pelvis is tilting forward. Rolling up when you're ready. Okay, so now, planting the feet, bend the knees. Reaching forward, inhale. Exhale, slowly roll the spine down. Planting the feet, rock the knees from side to side. Windshield wiper these knees, kind of like giving a little massage to your outer hips as your outer hips press into the floor here. Okay, here's where it gets juicy for some deeper outer hip opening. So if you have a yoga strap, what we want to do is make a big loop. So if you have a big blanket, you can just tie the ends together to make like a big loop. If you have a belt, you can like buckle the belt at the biggest size. And if you have a yoga strap, you can just put the strap through both buckles and then up and over and just through one buckle so that we can make a loop for ourselves. And lifting the right foot up, I'm going to just secure the strap at the ball of my right foot, bending that knee. I'm going to tuck the strap behind my head. So just like I would like a bandana tying behind my back, the strap is kind of tucked behind my ears And it's kind of resting on this flat divot in the back of my head. So we can leave this right knee bent. We can leave this left knee bent and planting the left foot. We can also stretch the left leg long on the floor. We can stretch the right leg long. Feel free to make any adjustments here. And if you don't have something that loops, you can also just hold on with your hands to each end to open up this hamstring and this hip. So feel free to get some topical heat to release in this hamstring and hip, but mostly the release can happen if we're using this loop, the head just resting heavy, feeling this length in the back of the head as our shoulders melt down. And we'll just breathe here for a moment. Trying to release our weight, trying to just be heavy, letting gravity do its work this time. And we're going to hang out here. Feel free to sway. Excuse me. Feel free to sway, opening and closing the hip. Just be very gentle with your neck here. When you're ready, we can switch sides, tucking that left foot in, and stretch, planting the right foot or stretching the right leg long. Feel free to keep that left knee bent, or stretch the left leg long, maybe some topical heat to warm the hamstrings up. Do what you gotta do, let the shoulders melt heavy, let the head release heavy, really trying to release our weight. And feel free to sway. Open and close this hip. And gently release when you're ready, carefully removing the strap. Let's play with both feet once more, just rocking the knees from side to side, windshield wipers. Planting the feet, pressing the feet into the floor to lift the hips up. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press, lift. Really pressing these hip flexors up and open on the inhale. Exhale, lower down. And last but not least, before Shavasana, we can press the bottoms of the feet into each other, open the knees, open the hips for a brief reclined butterfly. Feel free to give your body anything else it needs. And when you're ready, we can stretch those legs long for Shavasana. And if you have any pillows and you have a favorite Shavasana setup, go for it. I like to elevate my knees in Shavasana. Relaxing the ankles and the feet. Release the knees. Release the hamstrings and the thighs. Hips heavy, melting into the floor. Lower back vertebra, melting heavy. Middle thoracic spine vertebra, melting heavy. Shoulder blades, upper spine, neck melting into the floor. Shoulders release. Elbows release heavy. Release all the knuckles, fingers. Seeing if we can also let go of our jaw, our cheekbones. Noticing if we're holding our eyelids tight, maybe we can release our eyelids, our eyebrows. What is it like to relax your forehead? Shavasana corpse pose, such a beautiful opportunity to release into the floor, to release into the earth. In this moment, you don't need to be on your screen. You don't need to answer to anyone. You don't need to answer any texts or messages or fill out any forms. In this moment, we don't really have to support anyone. We don't even really have to support our own weights. Here in Shavasana, the invitation is to just let go. Release everything you have into the earth. The earth can hold all of your weight. The earth can hold everything you are, everything you have. Let yourself be weighed down. Feeling our heartbeat pulse into the earth. Those vibrations of life pumping into the earth's core, and also connecting all of us. Those vibrations are pulsing into the earth, and we're all connected on this earth. So taking in those vibrations, and everyone practicing and breathing in this moment with you, with us. Taking a deep breath in and exhale. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Breathing in, sigh of relief out. Give yourself 2 more. Breathing in. One more time. Breathing in. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Bringing our attention back to our bodies on this room and this floor, with each other in this virtual community. And rolling over to your side, curl up in a ball, find a moment of comfort here. If you want to stay in Shavasana, go for it. Stay there as long as you like. Ignore my directions or just do them lying on your back. When you're ready, pressing up to a comfortable seat. If you want, feel free to stay there too. Lengthen the spine, shoulders open. We can rest the hands on our knees, bring the hands to heart center, or rest the hands over our heartbeat. A breath for the ancestors we bring to our practice, and for the indigenous people who were here before colonization, breathing in and out. A breath to thank yourself for your practice today, breathing in and out. A breath to appreciate others for their support, breathing in and out. And a breath for the intentions and well-being of everyone in this community we're building together, breathing in and out. The loving human in me bows down to the loving human in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for waking up to practice with us, with me this morning. I really appreciate community in this virtual space during this global crisis. Thank you for giving me a reason to wake up and take care of myself with you. Sending you all lots of love. Before we wrap up, just a few reminders. Please share this flow with others if you enjoyed. We'd love to hear your feedback in the comments. Send us some notes if there's things you liked, or if there was anything that was confusing, or if you have any suggestions for next time. We'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to grow with you. So thank you for the labor of your feedback. Please like and subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube channel with the Glitter Goddesses. Once we get enough followers on YouTube, we can start live streaming in cool ways. So hoping to get some more subscriptions over time. And just a reminder, we have daily yoga every morning at 10 a.m. And tomorrow is Sparkle Flow with Glitter Goddess Genevieve coming to you from New York. Definitely hop on. Today is Friday. Tomorrow is Library Flow, hosted by the Providence Community Libraries. Really, really pumped about this partnership. And then we can continue this partnership during the COVID-19 crisis. So check out the Providence Community YouTube today for Library Flow with Trent. And I'll be practicing as well. And of course, on our Glitter Goddess Facebook page. And if you are able to donate, it'd be much appreciated. We're looking to continue getting funds to queer, trans, POC families. All donations. We're going to practice every day during this stay-at-home order, and we want to continue raising funds to support those who are disproportionately struggling. So thank you for your generosity and your compassion. And then last, we're super excited to be partnering with the virtual Sustain PVD fair, the virtual Sustain Fair here in Providence, there's an amazing, amazing lineup of programming, virtual programming and workshop offerings happening next week. All throughout the week, there's daily music offerings and daily workshops. We're really, really excited that the city is working with the community to put this event on and to talk about sustainability in this really difficult time. I'm really excited to take those workshops, and I hope, and for the week, we will actually be broadcasting our yoga from the Virtual Sustain PVD Facebook page. So just for next week, in honor of the sustainability theme, we'll be having some sustainability themed flows, and we'll also be inviting you to participate in the Glitter Goddess Connection deck, which is weekly or every once in a while challenges to connect with different parts of being. This week, the challenge is to connect to the earth. And we're asking you to just love on a plant, however you want. Show some kindness and compassion to a plant. And if you want to share that with us, we'd love to see videos and photos of you loving on your plants. You can hashtag Glitter Goddess Challenge or just tag at the Glitter Goddesses on Instagram and Facebook. And we'd love to see how you're connecting to the earth this week. And we'll be offering a new connection deck challenge for you next week as well. Okay, that's enough chatting. Sending you love and looking forward to practicing with y'all tomorrow morning.